Hello, Lyrans. So I've been wanting to do this for a while, do a weekly reading for you guys. As you can probably tell from the title, this is a weekly reading. It's for the 16th through the 22nd. Hello and welcome. If you're new here, welcome back. If you've been here before, my name's Lucy. I do daily shorts every day. For the collective energy. If you want to like and subscribe and stick around for those, it can be pretty insightful. I am a Lyran myself. I need to separate some videos and make like a Lyran playlist because I do have a video on if you're a Lyran Starseed or not. So if you're interested in watching that, I really need to get around to that. I'm a Pisces. I'm a little scattered. Hello. So we're going to pull some oracle cards and get into the tarot. We're going to see what is coming up for the Lyrans for this week in March. My birthday is this week. Happy birthday, me. And any Pisces out there, happy birthday. We have making a choice. So this is like, you've got two paths, two doors in front of you, and you're being encouraged to make a decision. I'm hearing make sure it's authentic, make sure it's a self-honoring choice, whatever this path is. You don't want to take a path that's not authentic to you, right? Because it won't be sustainable. You want this to be, this is important. I heard this is important. Okay. There's a transformation that's going to occur when you choose this path, because I'm seeing the butterfly. You are being spiritually guided, spiritually led. There is communication coming through from your spiritual team to you. They are giving you nudges and signs. It's up to you to be present. I'm getting be in the present moment. Be here now. Don't take anything for granted. Okay? We've got strategy, making a plan, writing things down. Some of you could do spell work. I am seeing something about spell work. Okay. So writing things down is a spell. Spelling is a spell, right? Writing things down is going to help you. It's going to put a lot of energy behind your thoughts, and it's going to, what's the word? They're showing me like your action is going to have a lot more impact. There's something about the treasure chest of your heart. Open it like you found the key, or you're finding the key to the treasure chest of your heart. There's a lot within you that you didn't know was there. Give me one more. Yeah, so someone I work with always says, I bet you didn't know that, or like things like that. And I'm hearing like, I bet you didn't know that, like about yourself. Like, I bet you didn't know that was there. I bet you didn't see that coming, like in regards to yourself. Or so there's something about the subconscious, the unconscious. I heard subliminal. Some of you could be listening to like meditations that have speech in them that like rewire your brain as you sleep or something like that, or that could be beneficial for some of you. And we have all tied up. Now, it's funny, I talked about the butterfly. There's a butterfly right here on this card, and she's literally tied up in what looks like a cocoon, like she's in this metamorphosis period where she feels like she has no freedom, and there's this lack of movement. So pretty soon you're going to fly. Pretty soon you're going to have a higher perspective than what you have now, depending on the choice that you make. Okay. When a caterpillar to change into a butterfly, they wrap themselves up in that cocoon. I don't know. Do they know they're going to become a butterfly? What do they think they're doing when they wrap themselves up like a mummy? And then they literally turn into like a caterpillar mush, like their body completely breaks down and then reforms into the butterfly. And because they completely break down, because they turn into mush, like, I know their brain is not like the human brain, but is there an awareness of like, hey, I used to be a caterpillar and now I'm a butterfly? Or is it just like at one point they were something, and then at another point they were a completely different creature with completely different capabilities? That's like making me think of reincarnation. And if you believe you're a Lyran, then you believe in reincarnation, because we come here. This could be deeper than I even imagined. Like the plan you had when you came here and going from one physical being to being a completely different creature. It's like video games, you know, like one day you could, I don't play video games, but I get the gist, you know, like one day you could be one character that is, I don't know, like an orc or something like that. It has certain characteristics, and then the next time you're like a fairy, which is completely different. There is a treasure chest within your heart that always comes with you. Okay, that always comes with you. There are things that are yours in every lifetime. There are parts of you that are the same. They get to come with you. They're very important. They're loved and cherished and protected, right? They're in, oh my gosh, they're in a treasure chest. Oh my God. So when I pulled this making a choice card, you see the back of this, I looked underneath the deck, just a glimpse on here, and it said protecting treasure. There's a treasure that's being protected within you. My goodness, I love spirit. I love how they communicate. I love reading tarot. Oh my God. Okay, give me more on this making a choice for the Lyrans. Some of you say Lyran, some of you say Lyrian. I hope it's okay that I will say Lyran. That's how I do. So let's see. Making a choice for the Lyrans. God, you're gonna burn it down to build it back up. I'm hearing Lincoln Park. We've got the Tower, the Ten of Swords, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands. This feels like justice. It feels like right and wrong. It feels like justice. It feels like setting things right again. Like the Tower and the Ten of Swords is like a very abrupt ending. But with the Chariot and the Knight of Wands, it's like you riding away from the destruction in your chariot. Like this is like inspired action. It's like, this is like radical change. Like you're on a dime. You're just going in a completely new direction. And it's almost like the past, let it burn. It wasn't me. Like it's not mine. Like that's why I was going on about that earlier, apparently. With the caterpillar, and like, does the caterpillar even know that, or the butterfly, does the butterfly even know it was a caterpillar at one point in its life? Or did it just like wake up as a butterfly and just stepped into its new life like this is normal? That's almost like what this is. Like you're gonna make a choice that is self-honoring to you. And the past, it's like that like it wasn't even you. It's not your past. Like amnesia. This is like amnesia. It's like your direction is so strong. Like the direction you're going to be moving in is so strong that the past doesn't exist. It's just about where you're headed. And on the chariot, you've got the two sphinxes. The white is spirit. It's your spiritual connection. Your connection to your higher self, your spiritual team. The black horse is your physical action here on earth. They're in alignment, like you're connected to your higher self. You're in alignment and you're moving in this authentic direction. The Knight of Wands is very free-spirited. It's very like taking inspired action, feeling the passion, making the moves. I heard going where no man has ever gone before. Okay. Going where you've never gone before, going where nobody in your ancestral line has ever gone before. You're becoming something by some choice that you're going to make. You're becoming something that not only you will not recognize, like you won't recognize your past self once you're on this path, but I feel like other people won't recognize you either. Do you ever have memories where you're not sure if it was real or you dreamed it? Even if there are other people who were there, you're almost afraid to be like, did that happen? That they'll think you're nuts or something. I have had that multiple times in my life. It's an interesting energy because when you're in that moment, it's almost ethereal or like out of body experience, and then when you think back on it, you're not sure if it was real. I have checked in with people to make sure those moments were real, and they were, but it's an interesting feeling. You're detached from it. I feel like you're going to be detached from your past self, from the path that came before this one, that led to this one. Give me more on strategy for the Lyrans. The Hanged Man, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Surrendering to not knowing all the answers. The Hanged Man, he's in like a confusing situation, or some situation where like things are not clear. Things might be happening underneath the surface, not so much above ground. You know what I mean? Like with an iceberg, how like 80% of it is underneath the water and you only see like 20% of it. There could be like you're making moves that not everybody can see, or yeah, it's like you don't look like you're doing much, but there's a lot going on. That's interesting. And the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, literally that would look like the purchase of a home. Some of you, that could be a focus for you, but this is the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands is a real opportunity, something to invest in. It's interesting. We have the path on that Ace of Pentacles. You see that? The path to the mountain. The path to your sanctuary, I just heard. And it's funny because in a daily reading, I talked about how the Four of Wands, I've never called it tunnel vision before. But on this Four of Wands, do you see how there's a light? And it's funny, that's like a castle. There's like light there, but it's like dark and clouds all around. And it's like your spiritual team ushering you in, like, come on. And it's like your sanctuary. And you might not know where you're going. It might be like spirit is nudging you and telling you to make these certain moves, and you're like, okay, like I'm gonna go with the flow. I don't know where this is leading. I don't know where where this is taking me, but it feels right. It feels authentic. It feels good. I trust my spiritual team. So just going with it. I'm getting stuffy in this reading. Sorry, guys. It's like going with it. And this is for strategy. This is like the plans may change, or like, because even I pulled two here. I got strategy and all tied up. It's almost like you don't have control over the plans. You're just being carried along or like guided along. You know what I mean? Like the strategy, the plan. It's interesting. You have the vision for where you want to go. Okay, and that might be what you're writing down. That might be what it is. But the path to get there is not of your making. You're the big picture thinker. and Spirit is working on the details. All right, give me more on All Tied Up. Give me more on All Tied Up. Please and thank you. Like I said, I asked, oh my gosh, I said, does the caterpillar know when it wraps itself up in that like mummy cocoon? Does it know that it's going to be broken down? Does it know what's going to happen? Does it know it's going to turn into a butterfly? We don't know. Does the caterpillar know? The Three of Swords, the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is the dream. It is the vision. Got the Ace of Swords that came out too. You're going to get clarity. So with lack of All Tied Up, sorry. I call All Tied Up lack of freedom. Three of Swords, like that's 3 swords through your heart. Like that's a lot of pain. That's a lot. It's a lot. But the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords, the vision that you have, the path to that vision is a little painful. Like I said, like the caterpillar being broken down into caterpillar mush. I feel like this is not something you're about to go through. I feel like you've already felt this pain. I feel like you've already had the 3 swords through your heart. And I feel like that's because Knight of Cups, you are someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. The Ace of Swords, you are an honest person. That's what I feel like. That's why I was getting that like burn it down energy. I feel like in the past, people were not meeting you with the same authenticity that you bring. They weren't meeting you with the honesty and the emotional maturity that you have. And it's like, screw it, burn it down. Let's start a whole new path, like that is more authentic, and I will be more discerning. There's a spirit, I think it's in the Bible. I grew up in a Christian household. I identify more as a spiritual person now, right? But rather than religious. But there's something in the Bible about being in the world but not of it, or being of the world and not in it. But essentially, like, it's saying, like, you know, God has your back. God loves you. But like, people in this world, we can't always trust other humans. We don't always know other humans' motives. I feel like somebody has problems with the Bible. Not problems. Maybe like some trauma around religion. But whether you believe in the Christian God, I am more of a spiritual God, like how we all are part of God, and we came here to Earth to have a human experience, right? But if if the Earth became vacant and all the souls would go back to Source, God, Source, the collective, right? And you know, a religious God is more about, you know, the Father in the sky. But either way, you can take that message and apply it. It's true. You know, we can't always trust other humans. We don't know their true feelings and emotions and their thoughts, and it can be kind of rough out there. I have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. This is like playful learning. I feel like you've been going through like playful 2222 when I looked at the time. Playful learning This is like a free spirit with the Page of Wands, right? Like think about playing with fire. Like, you can lick your fingers and put a candle out and it won't burn you. But if you were to just, stick your hand in a flame, that's going to hurt really bad. Not telling anybody to do that, obviously, but when you're a child, we play with fire, we play with pentacles, like money. You learn about transactions and the value of money. And I feel like you are someone who has a hard time with earthly transaction. Because it's like, this doesn't actually work, or this isn't fair, or you know what I mean? Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, the moon. Like, things with the moon, like, there's a lot that's hidden, right? I want to pull, give me one more on this Three of Swords. The Empress. Look at you. You are divine creation. You're a creator. You're the Empress. You're the embodiment of all the queens. Whether you're a man or a woman, you are beautiful inside and out. You have the capability to create anything that you desire, to be prosperous on this earth. There might be something about resources for you. Your path to abundance is not going to be most people's path. Yours is through you have some kind of like artistic vision, like your emotions are invested in this. Like, this is a vision. And it's oh my gosh, judgment. Like, your calling. This is your calling to be the Empress. And your true value and power, you already are this. It's more about, you're going to wake up one morning and you're the butterfly. You're the Empress. And there's no memory of being a caterpillar. No, not knocking caterpillars, right? Judgment, the World, the Nine of Wands. Man, this is a huge cycle completion in this lifetime for you. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. Like, you've been through a lot. That Three of Swords. You've... How do I want to put that, Spirit? There's something about, like, the realizations that you've had about other people and not letting it become your thoughts about the subject. Like, how do I say that? Like, being in the world but not of it. Like, not generalizing all human beings based on even a lot. Like, say you had a lot of experiences where people were deceitful, for instance, like, didn't give you the whole truth on things, or and we all wear a mask to some extent, because of fear, shame, and it comes from past experiences. Why do we judge each other? We're all hiding stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's different, of course, but like, we're all afraid of being judged for different things, and that's why we're deceitful in some area of our life. But it's all about becoming more authentic. I feel like there's almost this like devil may care attitude. Is that the right phrase? That's what came to mind. Devil may care. Like, so what? So what if somebody doesn't like what I say or what I wear or what I do? So what if this or that, like, and that can stem from jealousy too, because they can't be as authentic as you can, right? Like when somebody is really living in their authenticity, this is another thing, like not everybody's gonna love you, right? And it's about becoming okay with that. But I feel like you're having a major glow up. You are identifying why you came here, judgment, your calling. Can I get a little bit more on the Lyran's calling? And then we'll close this out. The Emperor. We have the Empress and the Emperor. I did another reading for the Lyrans a long time ago, okay? And it had to do with how Lyrans were meant to be here on Earth to do away with a lot of the systems that are set in place, and it had to do with money. I would say money, because that is a huge issue. We've got people out here on Earth who can't afford to eat, can't afford to keep a roof over their head, can't afford to have children, that want children because it's so expensive. And then we're worried about people not having children, but people can't afford to have children. A lot of people, like, it's like there's this whole domino effect, and it's like, why aren't people doing this or that? And it's like, because things are like inflation, yo. You know what I mean? But the reading was like, we got the Five of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Like, you're meant to go against the grain and prove that, like, the King of Pentacles is like a master of the material world. It's Taurus energy. Taurus is about our values and our worth and, money. They like to be comfortable. They like to be cozy. It's like, there's also this imbalance between the, how do I want to put that? There's something about the Emperor and the Empress, the way masculine and feminine is seen in today's society and valued. And there's a huge emphasis on, like, people will say, I'm a feminist or whatever. What about masculinists? Like, and I don't mean like toxic masculinity. I mean like the protector. There's, why can't we just be who we are and love one another and let our true nature shine? And there, as a Lyran, it's also hard. I feel like the English language doesn't have, I feel like I wish that I could, like, open my chest and show my heart to you. Like, does that make sense, Lyrans? Because just words don't cut it. There's this feeling of, like, true value. It's about true value and power, and it's connected to resources for you. You're supposed to be abundant in this lifetime. You are supposed to have more than enough. You may also feel, I'm just getting, this is another topic that came up in a conversation I was having with someone recently, because it doesn't have to do with being a Lyran, but I feel like it's also connected, because there's, if you're into astrology, there are different placements there are people that believe in soulmates, right? And that's a beautiful thing. And I do believe that there are people out there who their soul is split from another, and they are meant to come together and twin flames, whatnot. Lyrans are one of those souls that are whole. You have a balance of masculine and feminine. And as someone, I was talking to someone about having I have my Sun and Mercury in my 12th house of Pisces. And that is about, part of it is being whole. I am a balance of masculine and feminine. I have the Empress and the Emperor within me. And all Lyrans have that. Not to say you have to have that in your chart, right? Don't take that out of context. But there's something about the imbalance of your masculine and feminine. And like these came out this way. There's your masculine, there's something that's being healed within your masculine, so that these two can sit side by side on their throne, which it's you sitting on your throne. But I don't know how to describe that feeling of like part of you, for one part of you to shine, the other part has to take a step back. That's not the way it should be. Both parts of you should be able to step forward and shine at the same time, right? And there are people that are going to be bothered by that. There are going to be people who can't handle your authenticity, can't handle your sparkle, your shine, right? And that is okay. That's their problem, not your problem. But you got to make that choice. You got to make that choice, right? Whatever this path is for you. That's what I have for you. Sending you lots of love. Wishing you all the best. Remember, I do daily shorts for the collective, for the daily energy. They usually come out the night before if you live in America. If you're Australian, they come out that day, apparently. I don't know if there's anything else I want to say. This reading got really long, didn't it? I love you guys so much. I am so happy that we're able to connect like this. It makes my heart feel all fuzzy inside. And like I said, I want to telepathically connect with all of you, like communicate with you. It's funny when I get in your energy. Yeah, I could just stay here for a really long time. It makes me a little teary. Look at those eyes getting all blubbery. All right, love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.